As tradition on the show, we always bring a new and unique craft beer to review and enjoy. So what are you drinking out there tonight? I'm going to start with Kevin, actually.
I know, I'm like, well, I'm first. Sir.
Scratch that. Rewind. I said Kevin, but I actually mean Cowboy Jack.
Hey. Well, gents, since being introduced to the wonderful world of craft beer, I have learned some just really cool breweries, and I've got to drink some really, really great beers. And I found another great one. So in my efforts to spotlight local Arizona breweries, I stumbled across this brewery, which is called Roses by the Stairs. And I've been nothing but impressed, guys. You're going to love this one when you're out here, Kevin. They spent 2 years through the COVID lockdowns remotely growing and refining their vision of a brewery that not only serves delicious craft beer, but contributes to the community in a real way by highlighting local artists, reinvesting in small local businesses, and supporting local organizations and causes. After 2 years, they finally opened the doors in 2020, and they've been going strong since. They purchase seasonal fruits, grains, malts only from sustainable local farms that demonstrate that they give back to the community. And they've also become a member of a group called 1% for the Planet. That's where a business will donate 1% of their total revenue, whether they're profitable or not. They pledge to donate 1% of their total revenue. Got some thunder in the background, boys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whether they make money or not. So these are corporations that are actually putting their money where their mouth is, and Roses by the Stairs gets it done. I would love to recommend that you go in there and try their Isolation Hazy IPA, because I likes to keep it hazy, boys. It has a 6.4% ABV and a 25 IBU, and this is the first beer in their series of single hop IPAs. In this series, Roses by the Stairs will only use one type of hop throughout the entire brewing process to really highlight the aroma and the flavors of that variety of hops. So they're not confused. They're not mixing hops. They're just diving into that one flavor. The first hop that they're using is called Luminasa, which is a new hop on the market from a company called Indie Hops. So keep an eye out for Luminasa hops. You're going to catch all the feels, as the kids say, because you're going to catch these notes of mango, freshly zested citrus, and guava juice. On a hot Arizona day, the Isolation IPA is everything. So if you're like us here at the Baseball Brew Crew and you enjoy a little bit of baseball with your craft beer, Roses by the Stairs Tap Room is located a scant 9-minute drive away from Chase Field. So if you were lucky enough to be here in the Phoenix area for the upcoming Baseball World Classic, mosey on over to Roses by the Stairs, have them pour you a tall, cold Isolation Hazy IPA or 3, and let them know that the Valley of the Sun's favorite son, Cowboy Jack Durango, sent you.
Nice. You're picking all these great breweries. Like, I've never heard of this one either. And the fact that they started during the pandemic is even more like outstanding. That's
and so I felt that kinship because that's how this podcast started, was out. This vision, and refined it. And dude, just what they're doing to help the environment, the 1% for the planet, like that money goes back into like slowing global warming and helping with natural disasters, like protecting the planet, like saving the planet. So God bless them, dude. They do yoga classes on Sunday morning. They do food trucks almost every night, live music 3 nights a week, stand-up comedy on Thursdays. They do board game nights. I can't wait to share this experience with you guys.
Nice.
And hey, an extra bonus I saw when I was looking at their social media, for anybody who lives in Arizona, I believe it's starting tomorrow, is Arizona like Beer Week. So there's something to keep an eye out for. Yeah, I just saw that Roses by the Stairs supposed to mention that, and every day they're gonna have a different beer coming out. Like, all right.
Oh, that's killer.
Check that out. Like I said, I believe it starts tomorrow when I hashtagged the research, you know.
So we're actually saving baseball history one craft beer at a time. They're saving the planet one craft beer at a time.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah, so go spend money in there, man. Every 1% of every dollar that enters that business is going to help the environment. So support them. Get out there.
That is awesome. Great one there. I can't wait to get out there when I'm out there in March. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that one. Now, Kevin, I will give you the floor.
All right, give me the floor. You're gonna give me the boot. What are you doing here?
Yes, every week is beer week. Yes. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, for here it is for sure. Like when I was looking it up in Arizona, when I was looking at their thing, they have a beer coming out tomorrow and Thursday. They're brand new beers made with Goldwater Brewing, who I think you've talked about before, right, Jack?
Yeah, very solid.
Right on. So speaking of solid, this is something I don't normally would be drinking, but you know what? It's a brisk 55 degrees out here in California, right where I live in Anaheim. It's winter here, so I have a winter ale by Green Cheek Brewery. It's called Pumpkin Spice, rhymes with nice. Winter ale with super yummy spices. So let me review. They say here, we hear that winter ales are making a big comeback this winter season. Yep, we're not lying. Was it GQ or Forbes talking about it? Not sure who exactly, but either way, they definitely said the best way to spread holiday cheer is drinking super yummy spices in your holiday beer. And yes, this is that. Couldn't believe how poignant that was, how succinct, how rhymey. Did you write this, Cowboy Jack?
I might have. Dude. Like we mentioned earlier, I love to keep it hazy. So
that's right.
I don't remember a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll see about that, Jack. That's why you have a script. And here we are releasing one today. I'm not used to reading these rhymes. I'm better at just talking than drinking. Right? Sure. I'm sober. That's why I can't do anything apparently yet. Ours hits with all the right amounts of cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, allspice, and ginger, and pairs perfectly with all the caramel and turbinado-like flavors from the base beer's maltiness. This is really good stuff here, And I was like, all right. And I'm not really. It's very pumpkin-y, but I can smell the cinnamon and the clove and the nutmeg. I'm like, oh, it's gonna warm me up on this frigid evening here in Anaheim, California. And it's just I'll tell you what is in my wheelhouse though about this. It is an 8%er. So there we go. I would be happy with that. Jack's like, good.
Breakfast beer, dude. Breakfast.
Exactly. and I love the artwork too. You got the a little wintry theme. I don't know if you want to let me to show you the can off. It's some cool little fun artwork. And this is I hate to say the word mascot. Shh, don't hear me when I say that, Cowboy Jack. But this is because there's no one in a costume, but this is the character that's on almost all their cans.
Right.
Green Cheek, drink while smiling is their slogan. They've been around for, I want to say, 6 years or so ago. They're based in Orange County. They actually have 3 locations in the Orange County area now. They've really grown over the whole time they've been around. They make really, really good stuff. They're in Orange, California, Costa Mesa, and Sunset Beach, California, not Sunset Beach, Hawaii, Cowboy Jack, home of Don Morocco, the magnificent one. We're about Sunset Beach, California, which is part of the Huntington Beach area. But you can't go wrong if you go over there, try a beer, and, you can't go wrong with them.
Yeah, Green Cheek made my top 3 beers last year, and I believe so. I'm thinking back. Did I not have?
You know what? Regardless, every time we've gone there, we got to go there a few times the last few months, and it was good times all around.
Yeah, I mean they're outstanding, and again, a brewery that we actually knew in kind of its infancy. To it here, it's been around for 6 years. Is kind of surprising to me. But I actually had this one last, I want to say October. Because for the Carver show, I actually had a.
Okay, wow! It's been out for that long because it's a winter ale, so I figured it would have come out around the holiday season. But I'm like, I better drink this soon because I can't drink this in the spring. Then again, there's no winter in California.
That's true.
At least I live. There can be if you're in the mountain areas.
It might have been November or December as well. Right. It could have been that area. But it's always good. And definitely not it's something I would straight go to. But it's always a nice variety whenever we do these or the porters or those type of things. I
have been told always IPAs. I'm like, no, I'm mixed up sometimes,
Yeah. So definitely a good one here. I was glad to see that you got this one. Mine tonight is actually one I'm really growing, a brewery that I'm growing very fond of. This is the Philadelphia Experiment Hazy IPA by HenHouse Brewing. It's 6% ABV, no IBU. It's described, the Philadelphia Experiment is named for an audacious attempt at warping space-time in the 40s. The flavor ride your tongue is about to take will be no less aspirational. We started with California-grown barley from Admiral Maltings, then brought Simcoe hops from the Northwest United States and Vic's Secret hops from Southeast Australia, localizing them into one wonderful, juicy, orange-delicious moment on your tongue. Yeah, so there's that one. It's nice and orange juicy.
I love the name, man.
Yes. Yeah, and so I believe that I didn't write it down. HenHouse is actually a NorCal brewery, so I should have done my research on where it's exactly at. I thought I had it on my list here, but
yeah.
I actually had one. If you remember, last year, it was the Grain Bravey. It might have even been like in January. And it was excellent. And every one I've had has been great. And I looked it up. I did the research. They actually have a baseball beer called Bleacher Bound. Nice. We're celebrating the Sonoma Stompers baseball team and HenHouse's arrival in their beer garden at Arnold Field.
Man,
Bleacher Bound. Yes, exactly. So the Sonoma Stompers are a collegiate summer baseball team based in Sonoma, California. So obviously the brewery is near there. So
yeah, so they have 2 tasting rooms. They have one in Santa Rosa and one in Petaluma.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, and it says Bleacher Bound Double IPA has a bullpen of hops, slinging flavorful fastballs and citrusy sliders to keep your tongue swinging. Just when you thought that your tongue's mastered Mosaic's earthy, fruity moves, Eldorado's stone fruit character comes zooming in. So yeah, so we definitely might have to make a road trip to here. I mean, this is a really great one out of NorCal. And I want to, like I said before on other shows, I've been kind of remiss on getting Northern California beers, only because they're not so readily available down here. There's obviously a lot more SoCal beers and Orange County beers and San Diego beers here. So to find one from NorCal is kind of rare for me, but I guess I have to hunt around a little bit more. So some good stuff. If you see this one, definitely. Well, actually, this one's probably only available in Sonoma. But
maybe during baseball season, who knows? Who knows? It's always baseball season for us, though.
That's true. HenHouse Brewing. Definitely check them out.